Land of power, land of might, exceptional rage, endless fight, patriot bulldozer, leading the way, crushing all foes, making them pay. Flag in hand, fury in eyes, screams of pride, ignoring lies, iron grip, ruthless and cold, American dream, fierce and bold, bow before the storm, unstoppable wave, marching forward, no soul to save, bulldozers wrath, tearing apart, exceptionalism, fire in the heart, no retreat, no surrender, bulldozers force, a savage offender, red, white, blue, burning bright, in the chaos he finds delight, blazing trails of destruction left, in the name of the blessed, the theft, freedom's price, a crimson blade, bulldozer, send your fear, legend made, bow before the storm, unstoppable wave, marching forward, no soul to save, bulldozers wrath, tearing apart, exceptionalism, fire in the heart. Blazing trails of destruction left, in the name of the blessed, the theft, freedom's price, a crimson blade, bulldozer, savage the flame, legend made, bow before the storm, unstoppable wave, marching forward, no soul to save, bulldozers wrath, tearing apart, exceptionalism, fire in the heart.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Dozer Den. Don't forget to smash that like button if you have not yet done so. Follow this channel, share this stream out with everyone you know, friends, family, ex-girlfriends, boyfriends, Zers, and friends. I'm not judging, just keep it consensual between adults and preferably behind closed doors. You can also repost this stream in all kinds of places here on Rumble. When you repost, those that follow you will see your repost, and it goes in a repost tab on Rumble. You can repost and red pill on pill.net. You can repost on the X machine. That's right, at bulldozer74 __ on the X machine. For some reason, X still is not taking my embed, I guess, the feed. So I have to. It shows the little the red circle around my profile picture, and I can click on the live stream, and then I have to post the link to the live stream for it to show up on my feed. I don't know what that's about. But X, get it together. Come on. We're on YouTube, we're on BitChute, we're on the dozerden.locals.com for the first 30 minutes because I'm not important enough to have more than 30 minutes allowed to stream live on the dozerden.locals.com. Locals told me if I become more popular, that eventually I'll be able to stream longer on the dozerden.locals.com. But whatever. I still do post the Rumble link there, so there is a live chat that is open pretty much 24/7 on Locals. If you want to follow there, you can for free. But if you want to participate in the live chat, one of the most free speech live chats on the interwebs, you do have to pay a measly $5 a month. And when you do that, you'll be able to participate in that live chat, comment under the things that I post, and you'll be able to post things in that community that you find interesting. And you get all the benefits of a Rumble subscription, which are your name lit up in the most beautiful shade of MAGA red. That's right. You'll catch a Rumble rash. It oozes patriotism. The only treatment is more America. That's right, guys. More America. You can never have enough. Never enough America. And you get access to a plethora of wondrous, stupendous, fantabulous emotes, some animated, some not, hopefully all kind of entertaining, and you don't have to worry about ads on this channel, and you get access to the premium content that I churn out. All kinds of great things that you get. Or you can just subscribe here on Rumble for $5 a month. You can also donate monetarily to the Dozer Den with Rumble rants, gifted subs, or if you're feeling froggy and you want to get around the ads or the app stores, boom, we got two options. We got Cash App, we got Venmo. Those are two options that you can use if you so choose to donate directly to the Dozer Den household. To those that are able to donate and subscribe on a regular basis, thank you so much for your support. Can't tell you how much that means to me and the Dozer Den household. We are done with the premium stuff for this month, so not going to be needing to do any more of that. I'm going to have a short stream tonight, guys. Probably about an hour, and then I got to dip out. Got to go to the store and get some things. And Lady Dozer was just needing some time. I thought about not streaming tonight, and I at first said I wasn't going to stream tonight because she's kind of down about her cousin that passed away. But I figured get an hour. We'll at least get an hour out here. We have 53 minutes left. Can I do it? Or am I a dirty, rotten liar like I usually am? I don't know, guys. I don't know. Guys, when you do repost, I will be shouting out. I forgot to interact with the reposts from yesterday. My bad, guys. I usually try to at least have a little bit of interaction with those comments and reposts. So thank you to those that did repost this stream. I do appreciate you. Helps the channel grow from what I understand. So we are currently on the Dozer Den channel. If you can follow here and follow the user profile, that would be very much appreciated. Oh, if you do have crypto, you can hit that green tip button right down there if that's something that you want to do. Don't have to, but you can if you want. What's up, S. Henson, saying Lant, Tim Finman? Good evening, each and every one of you amazing killdozers here in the Dozer Den. We do have a few topics that we're going to discuss tonight, guys. Like I said, it's going to be a little bit of a quick show. We're going to be hitting them hard and fast. First topic of the evening, trans violence. It's a real problem. We have a story from the Post Millennial about the literal. It's pretty much Macho Man Randy Savage from South Park. It's literally that. The beautiful and brave woman beating all the girls. It's pretty much that. That's what that one in Rhode Island is. Just a disturbing individual. Apparently all over the place, like a groiper, but also like talking stuff about Alex Jones. I don't know. This person's just insane. An absolute nut job. Seems like they might have been a goose stepping trans person. I don't know. Guy's just deranged. A nut job. Absolute nut job. And apparently got insurance to pay for all of his Frankensteinian procedures. So good job, insurance. You'll cover that, but you won't cover some of the most necessary procedures for people. Awesome. Awesome. We have an article on that. We have an article about MAID in Canada. Not MADE, no, MAID, Medical Assistance in Dying. That's right. More on that. Disastrous. Just Nazi-ish. I mean, it's like actual Nazis. They're trying to use it for kids that are born poor, for kids that are born with Down syndrome. This is after they're born. That's what I read through. So maybe I need a little bit more confirmation on that before I hang my hat on that one. But even if there's a possibility that that's not a chance that that's real, and the thing is, it's not unbelievable. That's the bad thing about Canada right now. Our hat is in trouble, guys. It really is. But we are going to discuss a 26-year-old that apparently just suffered from seasonal depression. Was euthanized. Wow. Okay, that sucks, but apparently happened. So we've got an article from the Daily Mail about that. Parents are rather distraught. Apparently they weren't that involved with his life, but at 26 years old, you're kind of, you got calls with your family and stuff, but you're an adult. You're going to be doing your own thing, and if you've been a bit of a jerk, well, our hat is on fire. Yes, they may be cold, but they are struggling. Story after story coming out of Canada that is just disheartening for those fellows up there. So to the frostbacks in the chat, I'm praying for you, and hopefully you guys are able to do something about that. Don't know what you do about it, but something needs to be done. Last topic of the evening, bit of a white pill. The community notes is going to try to put a damper on it, but you know what? We're going to ignore that community note because I don't think that community note is necessarily picking up on all the context and the nuance of the story. There is a study from MIT back in, it was reported in 2025, or an article was from 2025, I believe, that showed really promising results in reducing the amyloid plaques that are present on the neurons. That it's hypothesized that these plaques are what causes dementia and Alzheimer's, the most severe symptoms. And apparently using like 40 hertz or something like that, and the note said it ended up being light waves flickering at these mice, but another one said it was using sound waves. So we've got an article on that. We're going to get into the nitty gritty of that and discuss that a little bit more in depth. I thought that was interesting. Figured you guys might be interested in it as well. What's up, salty old fart over there on pill.net? Thanks for the red pill and the repost. I appreciate that. Appreciate that very, very much. Oh, did you guys know that any stream that we do here in the Dozer Den, if we hit $50 worth of donations, I put on a fancy hat. I have many hats to choose from, guys. Many hats to choose from. If you didn't know, I stream Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 9 p.m. Central. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, we do about 3 to 4 news topics with palate cleansers sprinkled about to break up the monotony. Saturday streams, it's a hangout stream, a decompressed stream, a chill stream. We might have one official topic, but for the most part, we're taking music video requests for the Dozer Den DJ Hour, where you can rock out with your cock out, jam out with your clam out. Those are the only two options. If you're intersex, please pick a fucking lane. Okay, there's only two. Just pick one. Just pick one. What's up, Curious Cat over there on pill.net? Hello. Thanks for the support over there on Pilled. Get you a dose of the good stuff on pill.net. What is the good stuff? The truth. I think you can handle it. Indeed. Indeed. Their live chat's pretty amazing over there too. So Rumble, just maybe look at what pill.net's doing with their chat. Try to implement some of that into your live chat. That'd be really cool. What's up, 17 George 76? Good to see you, bud. Yeah, it's not that cold here. It's windy. It's windy here, 17 George 76. Is it cold where you are? Looks like it. It's rough. It's rough. Yeah, we're gonna have a bit of a dip back down next Monday, high of 40, low of 23, but then it's gonna go right back up into the 50s. So, we're on the upswing. The hyacinth is blooming in the front yard. That's cool. The maples they've already got the red buds popping on the maples, so that's I'm not used to it being. I mean, in the past couple of years, I guess it has been coming earlier and earlier. But yeah, it's interesting that the springtime vibes are starting in February now. Used to be March. Oh well, I'll take it, I suppose. All right, guys, I do have a few. First though, if you guys saw the placeholder video, hopefully you enjoyed that. If you didn't, I'm gonna show you what the placeholder video was today. I made this with Grok in a matter of a few seconds.
It's ma'am, bigot! It's ma'am, bigot!
Yeah, that's about right. What's up, General Samuel Fields over there on pill.net? Good to see you. Oh my goodness. Fall spring hits the end of February last few years. It's I don't know. Here in Southeast Missouri, it feels like it might end up being like actual spring. We can still have snow until up till April though. I've literally seen snow in April. What's up, Will Fix It? What's up, 30 something media over there on Pilled? Good to see you, bud. If you guys haven't followed me on Pilled, follow me there as well. I need to be more active over there. Yes. What's up, Be the One? Let's see. Beware the false spring. Yeah, I call it full spring usually. Mr. George still on vacation. PV Max 84 degree. Oh my gosh. God bless you. Yeah, it sounds nice. Sounds very nice down there. It'll be up into the 60s again. I'll take 60s. I don't need the 80s. I don't need mid 80s. I'm good without that. We're really 80 as long as the humidity is not too bad. It's not that bad. I got snow being called for Sunday and Monday. Monday is supposed to get cold again. Yeah, 40 for a high, 23 for a low. So even if it did snow here, it would melt immediately. But the upswing seems like we got our really like the hard winter hit for like 2.5 months or so. Oh, that was loud as heck. Sorry, Tim Finman. I did not expect it to be that loud. Well, you know what? That trans person has to be heard, Tim Finman. That trans person had to be heard. Okay? Don't be a bigot. Don't be a bigot. Just be accepting. Nothing bad could come from that. Nothing bad at all. Hi, we'll fix it. Starting to warm up in the yeah, there you go. But let's check out some things. I've got some bookmarks for you guys to help you dip your toes in. I will say this, the robots in Asia, either it's AI or they have advanced dramatically in a short amount of time, and we're in trouble, guys. We are in serious trouble. But first, I wanted to show you, since we watched The Truman Show last night, somebody made a post earlier that seemed to just fit. It fit well. Since everything is fake and gay, guys, and we literally watched this last night, Jay Anderson, great from the Project Unity, great stuff about ancient archaeology, aliens, UFOs, projections, stuff like that. Posted a picture of the creator. They have figured out their world is an illusion. Their perception is engineered. Their leaders are puppets. Their entertainment is a distraction. Their labor is meaningless. But will they do anything about it? It's a good question. Very good question. And apparently, T-Rex and Spinosaurus have been fighting on X, guys. They've been fighting on X. It's interesting. And Brontosaurus has entered the chat. There are dinos on X fighting, and I'm okay with it. Okay, this is what it's about. I'm okay. I want that internet to come back. Accounts that are just dinosaur accounts, nonsense, talking mad stuff on each other. That's what we need. That's what we need. Oh, good lord! 20-inch storm just compacted. That sounds rough. We'll fix it. Ugh. Nice. Yeah, it's been in the 50s and 60s here. I think it got up to 60 this afternoon. Not bad. Almost all of the ice and snow is melted from our big winter event. Hopefully we don't get another one of those. But like I said, we could get snow in April. It usually melts pretty quickly, but if we do have snow there. But what's up, Selva Sojourn? Good to see you. Nothing bad. Keep your head down. Shots fired. Ooh. That chance was Amber Heard. Yes. Ooh, man. Got a fun little clip here from Kill Tony. Interesting stuff to share with you here. Then we'll go ahead and probably get into the stories.
Which floor it was on, they're like, the whole building goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't give a fuck. The Mossad is crazy, Joe. Don't upset the Jews.
Where's that yarmulke?
Huh?
Put it on.
What's that?
Put on the yarmulke.
I love the Mossad.
Wow.
Israeli Secret Service.
Tell us.
See, okay.
Tell us more.
I will. See, like usual Secret Service, CIA, MI6, they gather information and then they kill the guy. Like with cyanide, or they poison the soup. Nobody even knows what happened. Mossad gathers no information and they just blow up the whole building. Mossad always has civilian casualties. So they're after one of the leaders, okay? And they find him in Oslo, Norway, disguised as a pizza delivery guy. Great disguise for a terrorist. You have a bicycle, bring, bring. You got some pizza boxes filled with fucking C4, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You're meeting creepy guys in the alley. You're a fucking pizza guy. So the Mossad tracks this guy down. They pull up on him in a car in Parliament Square, downtown Oslo, blow his head off with a shotgun. Brains go flying into the guy's friends' hands. They collect the brains, you know.
Mm.
The Mossad disappears. Successful mission, you would think. 6 months later, they find out, wrong guy.
No.
Regular pizza guy.
Joe. Oh no. Oh man. AI overview. Yes, in an infamous incident known as the Lillehammer affair, Israel's intelligence agency Mossad killed an innocent Moroccan waiter named Ahmed Bouchiki in Norway in 1973, having mistaken him for their intended target. Details of the incident, date and location. The killing occurred on July 21st, 1973 in the small town of Lillehammer, Norway. Victim Ahmed Bouchiki, a Moroccan who was working as a waiter and living in the town with his pregnant Norwegian wife. He had no connections to the Palestinian militant groups, but people like Randy Fine would find a way to excuse it. Wow. Well, that sucks. Funny, but sucks. Man. You know, I was talking about more America, right? And this is some America. When Steve Irwin held an American bald eagle for the first time, first of all, rest in peace to the crocodile hunter, Steve Irwin. Second of all, America.
What an honour. What a privilege. The honour that I've gained here is overwhelming. He's just so beautiful. And look at those wings. Yes. And he's got fish breath. Now, this spectacular bird, he's been shot by a high-powered rifle. You can see he's got a little injury on his wing there. You're okay. You're okay. But he's very quiet. And I think he really enjoys spending time with me. By crikey, I enjoy spending time with him. There's his place. Oh, yeah. Isn't he just spectacular?
Mm-hmm.
An honour.
I agree. I see a bald eagle just about every day on the way home from work, guys. It's pretty cool. I'm glad about that. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into the first topic. We've got to talk a little bit about the trans violence, guys. The trans violence that has been going on. We actually have a video from the guy. What's up, Mr. Joe Man, over there on pill.net. We have a video from the individual who tackled the shooter during the deadly attack at a high school hockey game in Pawtucket, Rhode Island on Monday. So he told his wife to run before he went for the gun. Fucking Chad. Good job, dude. Good job. This is what it's about. This guy right here, fucking hero. My hand got caught in the chamber of the gun. It's a good place to put your hand to keep the damn gun from going off. Good job, dude. There. Yeah, Franklin tried to make the American bird a turkey, which turkeys are mean. Turkeys are ugly as hell, though. I mean, well, they're pretty in a way. They are pretty, but their heads are ugly. Eagles, much prettier, but they actually don't make the common noise that people associate with an eagle. You know, that's not an eagle. That is a hawk. Eagles do like it was doing. It sounds more like kind of like a seagull almost. That chirping kind of noise. But still a beautiful bird and giants. Farm turkeys are ugly. Yes. Natural turkeys, nature turkeys, wild turkeys. They're pretty cool. Farm turkeys are ugly and retarded. Yes, they are saying that. And they're just like, yeah, wild turkeys don't have that much meat either. Well, because they're not injected with a bunch of hormones to make everything bigger. The stuff that we eat is not food. Even some of the meat, it's just not. Let's listen to this guy, Hero.
I started saying he has another gun. There's another gun. I was watching the game, the hockey game, and then when I heard the pop pop, it sounded like two very large balloons. I mean, really, because you had an echo noise in there. When I looked to where the area was where I thought the balloons were popping, which was right in front of me, when I heard the third pop, there was no balloon. So then that was when I recognized that there was a possible gunshot. My wife was sitting next to me. When I looked around, I saw the gun, and I told her and her friends to run. I said, run. And then I said, run. And without any hesitation, they all got up. I hesitated for about a second. You'll see it on the video. I hesitated for a second because I was looking at them. And as soon as the people cleared is when I got up on the next step and jumped. I jumped with my left hand, grabbing the gun and trying to put my body on top of him. And what happened was my hand, if you see my hand, it got caught in the chamber of the gun. So once the hand got inside of the chamber and I had it flat, he was trying to pull the trigger. And once he did that, he kind of pushed me off, which I rolled off. He then stood up. You see that? And then was fortunate enough that there was 2 or 3 other gentlemen. One tried to put him in a chokehold. One tried to subdue him. And then that's when he fell back down. So he fell back down at my feet. And when I was bending down, I was attempting to put my knee or subdue him and hold him down. And next thing you know, in his left pocket, he pulled out another gun. Same thing as the first one, the one I was holding. He pulled out a sister gun on that. And then I started saying he has another gun. There's another gun. And he took it, put it right in his mouth and shot himself.
Damn.
Michael Black tells me that he has 9 stitches in his hand from where he grabbed the shooter's gun. He also has a burn mark on his lip, he says, from one of the bullet casings that hit him in the face when the initial shots were fired. He did go to the hospital.
Absolute hero.
But has since been released.
Absolute hero. Well done, sir. Well done. Your family is proud of you. All the people there should be proud and thankful for your actions. You helped stop more death. Good job, dude. Good job. Yep, hand caught in the chamber. He just grabbed a hold of it, and it was, I guess, stuck in there. He showed it for a split second there, but didn't really get a good look at it either. But yeah, it's the guy that did it he's the caricature. He is literally the caricature. He looks, it's almost exactly the Macho Man Randy Savage character from South Park, being the trans person in the games against all the girls. It's pretty much that. And some of the comments from this individual about, oh yeah, you have to have two counselors or 2 therapists sign off on verifying that you're not nuts in order for you to get your nuts removed. The fillet of phallus is what I call it. That's what that process is. They cut it into pieces and then they invert. They don't actually cut off the dingling, guys. That's not actually what they do. They fillet it and then invert it. It's disgusting. Nobody should look at it and say it's beautiful. Nobody should look at it and say you're doing better now. No, it's disgusting. We need to stop acting like as a society. We have to come together and call out these insane people that are trying to affirm this nonsense. Because look what it's done. You had Tumblr Canada just like a week ago, where 10 people were killed. Kids, the trainees' parents. It's a problem. And like I said last night, I don't think it's because they are trans. Okay? I think these are sick people that are convinced that they are trans. And because that's going to fix everything, right? Well, you've got all this going on. Well, the solution is, well, you're obviously just trans. You're in the wrong body. Let's go ahead and affirm you, Sally, Cindy. You're not Sam. You're Samantha. It's going to fix everything. Let's pump you full of some different hormones, and that'll make you feel whole. It doesn't. It doesn't fill the void. They need treatment because they're psychotic individuals. They're psychotic individuals, and they need help. I do feel for those that are mentally ill. I want the mentally ill to receive treatment instead of this stuff that they've been doing to them, and then they end up going and freaking shooting people or killing people. It happens over and over again. And I think the shift is starting. I think the Overton window has shifted ever so slightly in the right direction. But we'll see, I suppose. We all wonder what would happen if something happens. Yes, I wish I would, but yeah, you don't know how you're going to react in those situations. You really don't. I mean, if you've been in some spots, you might have an idea. I have a, I won't say much, but yeah. Oh, silence. Let's go ahead and get into the article from the Post Millennial on this, and this literally is the it. Like I said, it's a caricature of reality. It is a joke. Look at that thing. Look at that thing. Yes, that's a thing. I'm not going to honor your pronouns. I'm not going to humanize you. You're a monster, a beast. Disgusting. Disgusting. Well, do not click unless you're going to Nightmare Fuel. I don't want to go to Nightmare Fuel. You have fun in Nightmare Fuel Land, Sangland. You have fun there. Not high. Not high, I say. So, Indino reports Rhode Island trans shooter's posts show years of obsessive humiliation of his murdered ex-wife. I outdo her at womanhood, the trans mass shooter once boasted. Psycho. Robert Dorgano. I thought it was Durango. Dorgano. Hee hee. My cis wife has flames shooting from her ears when I outdo her. You're not. You're not. And your nails look like shit. What's up, Tantalum? Reporting in. Appreciate you, bud. Good to see you. Don't forget to smash that like button, guys, if you have not yet done so. Comment in the comment section, repost this stream. Helps the channel grow, from what I understand. Yeah, this is a caricature. This is a joke. This is the South Park episode. Just, no. And he got insurance to pay for those. Paid for those and the inversion. The fillet of phallus, like I like to call it. Dozer Den is live. That is right, Bardavello. That is right. It's going to be a short show tonight, guys. We have about another 30 minutes, and then I will be having to dip out because I have to go to the store. And Lady Dozer is kind of taking it pretty hard. Lost a very, very close cousin, and so I'm going to be spending some time with her this evening. Tomorrow, though, I think we're going to do the first Workout Wednesday for the Dozer Den. So I have gotten confirmation from the gym that I like to go to every now and then that they are okay with you filming as long as you're respectful and not a piece of crap about it. So we're gonna do a little workout tomorrow night. I don't know what time. We're gonna figure it out. I usually like to work out later at night, so I'm not and especially if I'm going to be filming, I don't want to be getting a bunch of people caught in my shots and stuff. And I want to be respectful. I don't want to be a jerk. I'm not going to be the gym douche bro that is just, oh man, get out of my shot. No, it's not me. Not gonna do that. Yeah, Sammy Hagar with tits. Exactly. Yes, I'm doing my best. I told her that I wouldn't stream tonight, and then I told her I kind of was gonna get at least an hour in. So she's like, can you keep it to an hour? Yes, I can. I can do it. I'm looking at the time. I'll do it. I got 30 minutes left. Less than a week after a trans identifying gunman in British Columbia, Canada, killed 8 women and children before turning the gun on himself. Another trans shooter opened fire in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. 5 people were shot at a youth hockey game. 2 were killed. That's the guy. Ew. Also, put something in the hair to make it a little bit quieter. Good God, when you grow your hair out, you got to treat it right. You got to put some product in it. That is just nastiness. As with Jesse Van Rootselar, Roberta Kevin Dorgan, 56, left behind an extensive social media record that allows the public to speak into his mindset. Just one day before the Monday shooting at the Dennis M. Lynch Arena, Dorgan responded to actor Kevin Sorbo, who had referred to Delaware U.S. Rep. Sarah Tim McBride, who is transgender, as a man. Keep bashing us, Dorgan wrote, but do not wonder why we go berserk. It's ma'am. It's a female image. No, that is an absolute. That is a man. Getting tired of people dying, might have to start killing. I don't know what that means. Dorgan said, did go berserk. He shot 3 of his children, his ex-wife, and 1 of their friends before killing himself. His ex-wife, Rhonda Dorgan, and 1 of their sons, Aiden Dorgan, were killed. The other 3 were critically injured. Yeah, guy, you're a dude. You're a freaking dude. This is autogynephilia. That's what this is. This is a fetish. This is a fetish. What's up, Brockstrap? Good God. Good God. It's a joke, a funny one. I'm getting tired of people dying. Might have to start killing them after they die. It's going over my head. 2 nights in a row, Sanglant. 2 nights in a row. They need to find a key to offing themselves. Yeah, before creating a mass casualty. Yeah, do it at home. Do it at home. What's up, Brockstrap? Good to see you. Yeah, what's happening? We're talking about the tranny that shot up the Rhode Island hockey game. That's what we're doing. That is what we're doing. No gun person. No, it's a gunman. So yeah. We're going to talk about some other stuff, some more MAID stuff in Canada, and then Alzheimer's news, guys. A bright spot at the end of the stream. We are going to have a white pill about Alzheimer's. Could be, one of those things that is pretty important. So, his daughter, my father said, my father was the shooter. A distraught young woman told a local television news channel as she left the police station he has mental health issues. Dorgan is believed to have 6 children. Dorgan's posts paint the picture of a deeply unstable and contradictory figure. He went to great lengths to curl his hair, style it with ribbons, wear revealing women's clothes, and paint his nails pink and duck egg blue. Yet he was also a bodybuilder and a motorcycle enthusiast. He espoused far-right views and even bore a neo-Nazi tattoo while simultaneously presenting himself as an advocate for the transgender causes, frequently clapping back at conservatives on X, including this journalist. Okay. Dorgan was including this journalist, Andy No, yeah. Dorgan was a bodybuilder and suggested he was taking both testosterone and estrogen. Of course. A former Marine, Dorgan was working as a truck driver in the period leading up to the mass shooting. Dorgan's transition appears to date back to at least 2016, if not earlier, and a pattern familiar with autogynephilic, there we go, trans-identifying men. Dorgan tried to compete with his ex-wife, Rhonda Dorgan, over femininity, subjecting her to years of torment before she ultimately filed for divorce in 2020 after he had multiple surgical procedures. You're a guy. You're not just... No. The bow doesn't help. The bow doesn't fucking help. Good God. I agree, Bardavello. Yes. Gun faggot. I like that. No. Gun faggot works. Gun faggot works, Tant. It does. Gun faggot. Just when you thought the hockey stands were safe. Gun faggot. It's awful. It's awful. Hey, we're on YouTube tonight. You think he was a green crayon? Yeah, apparently he ate the green crayons. It's all a fetish until they use the entire build-up to push pedo crap. Yeah, they are. There are people that the pedo stuff's starting even higher. It's ramping up. Like there are more and more stories, people talking about the maps. Oh, that was a good one. I like it. Let's see. So So in a December 2016, Dorgan shared a link on then Twitter to an essay titled, "Why is my transgender wife better at being a girl than me?" Dorgan responded, "Hee hee, my cis wife has flames shooting from her ears when I outdo her. What does it mean for a man to outdo being a woman to a woman?" He ended the post with emojis of high heels, a dress, and a bikini. A year later, responding to a caption challenge featuring an image of a man dumpster diving, Dorgan wrote, "Would you tell your wife you're trans and she chucks the wedding bands?" Ew. Just. Ew. It's nasty. Gunfag is a great name. What's up, Perry Toe? Good to see you. Hope you're preparing for your butt surgery. What's up, Mr. Scott Awesome? By 2018, he was openly broadcasting the collapse of his marriage. "My wife says she hates the person who stole her husband," Dorgan tweeted. He also claimed he had known he was transgender since the age of 7. That's a problem. Wonder what happened to him. Who touched this guy? In 2020, Rhonda, who worked at a state mental health facility, filed for divorce. In the handwritten section listing the reason, she initially wrote gender reassignment surgery, narcissistic personality disorder traits. The statement was later crossed out and replaced with irreconcilable differences, which have caused the immediate breakdown of the marriage. I mean, the narcissistic dude's clearly a narcissist. Psycho. Dorgan's social media history also contains repeated expressions of violent ideation. All my roid rages came from testosterone, not my estrogen, oddly enough. No, it's the combination, you fucking idiot. He wrote, when I misgendered, I politely whispered through clenched teeth, honey, don't make me break a nail knocking your teeth out. Yeah, go ahead and bring it, you fucking psycho tranny. I'd beat your fucking ass if you weren't dead already. In another post from 2018, he declared, I could build a wall with the skulls of everyone who calls me sir. This person was allowed to be free. This psycho was allowed to be free with all those statements. This son of a bitch was allowed to stay free. Nobody was reporting. His ex-wife worked at a mental health facility. You think maybe somebody, she's a mandated reporter. You think something would have come out, and I'm not blaming her at all. I'm not. I mean, I don't know all the details. These people need to be institutionalized. They don't need to be free. They don't need to be walking amongst you or I. No, these people do not need to be around your family members, your kids, your children. No, they need to be locked up. If you are displaying these tendencies, these psychotic tendencies, make asylums great again. That's the MAGA I'm looking at right now. Make asylums great again. Bring them back. We have to keep these people away from polite society. They can't be allowed to persist in normal society. It doesn't fucking work. It doesn't. Now, there are people that are just actually like trans, the gender dysphoric. They're just trying to live their lives. Those people I have no fucking problem with. This individual, these types of people that are not actually trans, in my opinion, I think they're just psychotic and they're told this is what'll make you better. So that's what they latch onto. It's part of a community, part of a feeling of belonging. And the doctors and the psychiatrists and the psychologists tell you that you're going to feel so much better when you fully realize what you actually are. No. They're taking advantage of very, very mentally ill individuals and giving them a poison pill. Literally. I missed a rant button. You never got a chance to call him sir, salty old fart. Well, maybe if there's a grave. No, I'm not going to say that. Good Lord, bodybuilding pre-op Kathy Griffin. Yeah, no. What happened to my dreadlocks? Mr. Scott Awesome, that was great. Thank you for that. I've got that saved on my I'm gonna have to put that in my on my computer. I'm gonna have to send that to myself. That's good. I liked that. Very well done, sir. Let's see. Oh man. See, he also boasted about alleged extra marital affairs with married men as evidence that he was more desirable than real women. I've had plenty of seemingly totally straight men married to XX females. There's no other, you don't need the XX females. And guess who they're cheating with? He wrote, yeah, you better believe it. You guessed it. They're cheating with me. Nagging wife drives them nuts and suck in bed. I'm a gun fanatic trans woman. I use my tampons for the hell of it. Don't light my fuse. Just think of the rot. The rot. With Monday's deadly shooting, Dorgan becomes the latest transgender mass shooter and a growing phenomenon of trans-identified killers in just the past few years. Many of them, like the Nashville Christian shooter, school shooter Audrey Hill, and the Minneapolis church shooter Robin Westman, targeted kids. Because that's what they do. Evil seeks to corrupt and destroy the innocent, guys. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. That's what they want. That's what they want. Oh, you on fire tonight, Tant. On fire. Hamburglar helper. Hello there. Are the doctors getting kickbacks? Yes, they are. They literally are. As is most often the case, they get kickbacks for most meds that they shield to you. But these ones definitely are. And I mean, they make them pharma pigs. Lifetime pharma pigs. These people. Because once you start, you got to keep on. You got to keep doing it. Lifetime customers, guys. Lifetime customers. It's a cash cow. That's what they want. Yeah, if they work as fuses, we could use this. That's the weakness. That is the weakness. You bet he got booted for mental health issues from the military? I don't know. I would like to know the specifics, I guess. I could look into that a little bit, but not tonight because I got 20 more minutes and I have to hop out. It's going to be a short show tonight, guys. Sorry about that. Tomorrow we will have a workout Wednesday. Don't know what time, but I will let you guys know in the Discord and on X whenever we do go live. So, and I'll make a post on locals. Yeah, I'll give you guys a heads up when we're planning on doing it. Crazy stuff, guys. Crazy stuff. More crazy stuff. MAID, guys. MAID in Canada. Not MADE, like it was made there. Medical assistance in dying. It's on. It's escalating. Escalating quite a bit. Cup looks big. It's but I know it's only 20 ounces because you're small. I know, right? It's true. It's true. I am a hobbit. I am a hobbit. I'm short. I have large feet, and they're hairy. We're going to get into MAID, guys. A 26-year-old man was euthanized for seasonal depression. That's right, seasonal affective disorder. He was just sad. He was sad. Distraught family blasts Canada for euthanizing son, 26, who suffered from seasonal depression. Oh, yes. Family has accused Canada's laws of killing the disabled and vulnerable months after their son, who suffered from seasonal depression, died by assisted suicide. Keanu Vafian, a 26-year-old blind man with type 1 diabetes, died in December using Canada's medical assistance in dying, which allows patients with grievous and irremediable medical conditions to request a lethal drug. They've been working on trying to cure type 1 diabetes, though. Come on, dude. Eligibility was expanded in 2021 to include people with chronic illnesses, disabilities, and pending parliamentary review, potentially individuals with certain mental health conditions. Vafian faced mental health struggles stemming from a car accident at 17, and according to his mother, his depression often flared during the winter months, as happens quite a bit. What's up, Reality Pocket? Good to see you. Oh, we got a raid from Real Luna Lopez. Thank you so much for raiding this episode of the Dozer Den. Hello to each and every one of you guys. Guys, follow Real Luna Lopez. Appreciate that. I don't think I'm following. I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. We'll correct that. 221 followers. Give her a follow. Thank you so much for that. Actually, wait, I am following. Huzzah! Good stuff. If you're popping over here from Real Luna Lopez, don't forget to smash that like button. Smash the follow button. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 9 p.m. Central. Tomorrow, we will be doing a workout Wednesday sometime in the evening. Not really sure exactly what time we're going to be doing it, but we will be doing it. We talk about stuff and things here in the Dozer Den. Stuff and things, okay? Enunciation, quite important. Be the one, Mr. Dozer, my nephew, thinks he's my niece, said he thought he was a girl since 4 years old, pure indoctrination. Oh, gosh, that's awful, dude. I am so sorry. Prayers that clarity comes eventually for your nephew. Good Lord. All right. Sean Ryan Show with Sarah Adams is amazing. I have not watched that one yet, Harry Toe, but I have seen some good stuff from Sean Ryan recently. He's on fire. He's not pulling any punches at all right now, and it's needed. Honestly, it is. Let's see. For years, the family has successfully prevented their son from using the program. Last year, however, Dr. Ellen Weeb, a MAID provider in British Columbia, approved Vafian's death. News the family only learned about days later. Vafian's mother, Margaret Marcilla of Ontario, alleged that Weeb was coaching her son on how to qualify as a Track 2 patient, those whose natural deaths aren't deemed reasonably imminent, according to Fox News Digital. We believe she was coaching him on how to deteriorate his body and what she can possibly approve him for and what she can get away with approving him for, Marcia told the outlet. Marcia has since been battling fiercely to undo the Track 2 modification and to support Bill C-218, a legislative effort intended to restrict MAID for those whose only condition is a mental illness. Well, it sounds like he had some other ones, but dude was 26 years old. This is insane. We don't want to see any other family member suffer or any country introduce a piece of legislation that kills their disabled or vulnerable without appropriate, proper treatment plans that could save their lives, Marcia told Fox. Yeah, that would make sense. Good Lord. At 17, a severe car accident derailed Vafian's college plans and he spent years moving between family members' homes, his mother said. It all came to a head in 2022 after losing vision in one eye. He became obsessed with the assisted suicide program. So he had vision. He kept on emphasizing about how he could get approved. Marcia told the outlet, "We never thought there would be a chance that any doctor would approve a 22 or 23-year-old at that time for MAID because of diabetes or blindness. That year, Vafian attempted to die under the program for the first time after being approved, even going so far as to schedule a time, date, and location for the procedure in Toronto. It's one of the leading causes of death in Canada now. MAID, medical assistance in dying. It's insane. But the plan unraveled when his mother accidentally discovered the appointment email and called the doctor, posing as a woman inquiring about MAID. She also took to social media to publicly voice her opposition. She taped the conversation with the doctor and sent it to a reporter. The doctor then postponed the procedure over the outcry and decided not to go through with it. Look at that. Look at that little murderer. That's the doctor that got him killed. It's so sad. Marcia said her son was initially angry, insisting she had violated his right to choose death, but she told Fox that he began improving quickly the next year and even moved back with the family in 2024. He tried his best when he was in one of those good highs of life, she told the outlet. Then winter fall started coming around and he started changing, and then everything that we had worked for from spring and summertime just disappeared. He would start talking about MAID again. So sad. Nevertheless, Marcia said her relationship with her son had been improving, and in September she moved him into a fully furnished Toronto condo with a live-in caregiver. Well, there you go. Vafian texted his mother that he was looking forward to a new chapter, explaining that he was trying to save money so that they could travel together. By October, he joined a gym and completed 30 personal training sessions. Good for him. Now he's dead, though. Soon, however, he walked away from it all, with his mother saying that something snapped in his head. So sad. Vavian checked into a luxury Mexican resort on December 15th, posting photos with staff. 2 nights later, he flew to Vancouver, and 3 days after that, he texted his mother that his physician-assisted suicide was scheduled for the next day. He ultimately turned to Dr. Weib, or Weib, I don't know how to pronounce that, after being rejected by several other doctors. She divides her medical practice between MAID and reproductive care, which means abortions. She's aborting babies and she's killing people in there. She's a freaking serial killer. Dr. Weeb is a serial killer. This is my opinion. My opinion is Dr. Weeb in Canada is a fucking serial killer. Oh my god. Including abortion, contraception, and delivering newborns. Okay. This is awful. This guy was too young. She went ahead with the Vafian's procedure, news of which reached his parents only days later. They said they were never notified that Weeb had even given approval, according to Fox. This whole process came to us as a shock, Joseph Caprera. Joseph Caprera, Vafian's stepfather, told the outlet. Vafian's death certificate now lists the antecedent causes of his assisted suicide as blindness, severe peripheral neuropathy, nerve damage outside the brain and spinal cord that causes pain and numbness, and diabetes. Good Lord. But his parents said his medical records did not back up the claim that severe peripheral neuropathy was a qualifying factor for his assisted suicide. Realistically, safeguards for patients would be reaching out to their family members, giving them a whole bunch of different treatment options, Marcia told Fox. She argued that doctors can approve and carry out euthanasia on track 2 patients in just 90 days under the current system. How safe is that? How is that safe for patients, she added. Following her son's death, Marcia took to social media to recount his story, calling the situation disgusting on every level. I would agree. Oh my goodness. Medical assisted deaths in Canada from 2016 to 14. That's staggering. Oh my gosh. 2016, 1,018. Then 2,800, then 4,400, 5,600, 7,600, 10,000, 13,000, 15,000, and wow. 2024, 16,499. Wow. MAID is just but it's just post abortions, post birth abortions. That's what it is. That's literally, and they're offering it apparently for kids of low socioeconomic status and those with like Down syndrome. Literal eugenics. It's literally eugenics, guys. They're the Nazis. They are the fucking Nazis. My God. 4 years ago here in Ontario, we were able to stop his euthanasia and get him some help. The mother wrote in a Facebook post. He was live because people stepped in when he was vulnerable and not capable of making a final irreversible decision, she added. This is not healthcare. This is a failure of ethics, accountability, and humanity. No parent should ever have to bury their child because a system and a doctor chose to death over care, help, or love. In an interview with the Free Press, Weeb joked that she had brought more than 1,000 babies into the world while also helping more than 500 patients die. Monster. She also described assisted suicide as the best work I've ever done. I told you she's a serial killer, guys. She's getting off on this. She's got a power trip here. I can give life and I can take it away. Damn, they were into eugenics. You guys were into eugenics. Well, not you, but Canada was into eugenics in the 20s. Were they friends with the Nazis? Did they goose step along with them? She also described, so I have a very strong, passionate desire for human rights, Weeb explained. You're killing them. I'm willing to take risks for human rights as I do for abortion, you psycho. When she was then asked how she determines whether a patient is eligible for MAID, she said they have long, fascinating conversations about what makes their life worth living, and now you make the decision when it's been enough. On Monday, Governor Kathy Hochul signed a bill legalizing physician-assisted suicide for terminally ill adults, making New York the 13th state plus D.C. to enact such a law. The legislation will go into effect in 6 months. Canada has one of the highest rates of medically assisted deaths in the world, 5.1%, or a total of 16,499 deaths in 2024. And apparently they reached out to Dr. Ellen Weeb for comment. Oh my gosh. So, first comment, idiot. No, I mean, I'm for people being allowed to make decisions about their healthcare and stuff like that. I am. This is somebody who is ill, somebody who didn't need to be able to be in this spot, and somebody who is probably manipulated by a physician into making such a horrible decision. Don't make a permanent decision for a temporary problem. Okay? Don't do that, guys. There's always something. There's something worth living for. Bartabello, I'm in Common Canada right now, surrounded by brainwashed MSM people and TDS sufferers. I'm sorry, Bartabello. Why are you up there? I didn't think you lived in Canada. You live in Canada? Damn. Everyone was into eugenics in the 20s? Yeah, well. World's going crazy. Trans, MAID. They just think there are too many people, so let's reduce them. I mean, it is the Malthusian approach, yes. Yeah, that is the Malthusian approach. Malthusian madmen and women. And Caesar's them, I suppose. Let's go ahead and look at the last topic of the evening, guys. That's right. We're going to keep it to about an hour tonight, and then I have to dip out. Sorry for the short show, but we will be doing a workout Wednesday stream tomorrow. A little bit of a bright spot, guys. Speaking of terminal illness, right? Speaking of terminal illness, Alzheimer's disease. Apparently, MIT, back in 2025, released a study suggesting 40 hertz sensory stimulation may benefit some Alzheimer's patients. For years, 5 volunteers received 40 hertz stimulation for around 2 years after an early stage clinical study. Those with late onset Alzheimer's performed better on assessments than Alzheimer's patients outside the trial. So this is one that's human. I actually wasn't 100% sure on this. But the one that I found originally was talking about mice, and it was just a post on X, but this is an article talking about actual human beings that were involved in this. And I think this is in China, maybe? A new research paper documents the outcomes of 5 volunteers who continued to receive 40 hertz light and sound stimulation for around 2 years after participating in an MIT early-stage clinical study of the potential Alzheimer's disease AD therapy. The results show that for 3 participants with late-onset Alzheimer's disease, several measures of cognition remain significantly higher than comparable Alzheimer patients in national databases. Moreover, in the 2 late-onset volunteers who donated plasma samples, levels of Alzheimer's biomarker tau proteins were significantly decreased. Well, there you go. The 3 volunteers who experienced these benefits were all female. The 2 other participants, each of whom were males with early onset forms of the disease, did not exhibit significant benefits after 2 years. The dataset, while small, represents the longest-term test so far on the safe, non-invasive treatment method called GENUS for gamma entrainment using sensory stimuli, which is also being evaluated in a nationwide clinical trial run by MIT spinoff company Cognito Therapeutics. Cognito sounds like a mutant. What's up, Frog Springs? Good to see you. And if I have not said hello to you in the chat, no slight intended towards you. I am just focused on the news right now, guys. This pilot study assessed the long-term effects of daily 40 hertz multimodal GENUS in patients with mild Alzheimer's disease. The authors wrote in an open access paper in Alzheimer's and Dementia, the Journal of the Alzheimer's Association. We found that daily 40 hertz audio-visual stimulation over 2 years is safe, feasible, and may slow cognitive decline and biomarker progression, especially in late onset Alzheimer's disease patients. Diane Chan, a former research scientist in the Picower Institute for Learning and Memory and a neurologist at Massachusetts General Hospital, is the study's lead and co-corresponding author. Picower professor Lihu Tsai, director of the Picower I hope I'm saying that correctly, Institute and the Aging Brain Initiative at MIT, is the study's senior and co-corresponding author. An open label extension. In 2020, MIT enrolled 15 volunteers with mild Alzheimer's disease in an early stage trial to evaluate whether an hour a day of 40 hertz light and sound stimulation delivered via an LED panel and speaker in their homes could deliver clinically meaningful benefits. Several studies in mice had shown that sensory stimulation increases the power and synchrony of 40 hertz gamma frequency brainwaves, preserves neurons, and their network connections, reduces Alzheimer's proteins such as amyloid and tau, and sustains learning and memory. Several independent groups have also made similar findings over the years. MIT's trial, though cut short by the COVID-19 pandemic, found significant benefits after 3 months. The new study examines outcomes among 5 volunteers who continued to use their stimulation device, they're getting stimulated, on an open label basis for 2 years. These volunteers came back to MIT for a series of tests, 30 months, 30 minutes. Quick stuff, guys, quick stuff. After their initial enrollment, because 4 participants started the original trial as controls, meaning they initially did not receive 40 hertz stimulation, their open label usage was 6 to 9 months shorter than the 30-month period. The testing at 0, 3, and 30 months of enrollment included measurements of their brain wave response to the stimulation, MRI scans of brain volume, measures of sleep quality, and a series of 5 standard cognitive and behavioral tests. 2 participants gave blood samples. For comparison to untreated controls, the researchers combed through the 3 national databases of Alzheimer's patients, matching thousands of them on criteria such as age, gender, initial cognitive scores, and retests at similar time points across a 30-month span. This is a well done study. This is longitudinal. I like it. Outcomes and outlook. The 3 female late onset Alzheimer's volunteers showed improvement or slower decline on most of the cognitive tests, including significantly positive differences compared to controls on 3 of them. These volunteers also showed increased brainwave responsiveness to the stimulation at 30 months and showed improvement in measures of circadian rhythms. I need to work on my circadian rhythm. In the 2 late onset individuals who gave blood samples, there were significant declines in phosphorylated tau, 47% for one and 19.4 for the other, on a test recently approved by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration as the first plasma biomarker for diagnosing Alzheimer's. Well, there you go. They can test your blood to see if you have Alzheimer's. I don't know. The fact that you decided to try to get out of bed when you're missing a leg, that could be part of it too. That'd be a good way to diagnose. One of the most compelling findings from the study was the significant reduction of plasma p-tau217, a biomarker strongly correlated with Alzheimer's disease pathology. In the 2 late onset patients in whom follow-up blood samples were available, the authors wrote in the journal. These results suggest that genus could have direct biological impacts on Alzheimer's pathology, warranting further mechanistic exploration in larger randomized trials. If they can get this fixed, this would be amazing. But we're going to have to look at the diet and the drugs that we flood our bodies with to really be proactive instead of reactive when it comes to Alzheimer's and dementia. That's a lot of it comes from our diet. It really does. It really does. And all the drugs and the stuff that's in the water. In the air. It's like they're making it happen, guys. Weird. Although the initial trial results showed preservation of brain volume at least 3 months among at 3 months among those who received 40 hertz stimulation, that was not significant at the 30-month time point. I wonder if they need to adjust. And the 2 male early onset volunteers did not show significant improvements on cognitive test scores. Notably, the early onset patients showed a significantly reduced brainwave responsiveness to the stimulation. Although the sample is small, the authors hypothesized that the difference between the 2 sets of patients is likely attributable to the difference in disease onset rather than the difference in gender. And I mean, that's when you're looking at research, confounding variables definitely are a big factor. Genus may be less effective in early onset Alzheimer's disease patients, potentially owing to broad pathological differences from late onset Alzheimer's disease that could contribute to differential responses, the authors wrote. Future research should explore predictors of treatment response, such as genetic and pathological markers. Currently, the research team is studying whether genus may have a preventative effect when applied before disease onset. Well, there you go. That's talking about being proactive, right? The new trial is recruiting participants aged 55 plus with normal memory who have or had a close family member with Alzheimer's disease, including early onset. In addition to Chan and Tsai, the paper's other authors are Gabriel DeWeck, Brennan L. Jackson, Ho Jun Suk, Noah P. Millman, Aaron Kitchener, Vanessa. Okay, there's a bunch of people there. You can read it if you want. Link in the description to this article, by the way. Funding for the research came from the Freedom Together Foundation, the Robert A. And okay, it's going to. Okay, so it's just telling who all funded the research. Well, that's transparent research. I like it. There's a bit of a white pill. They might be working on fixing Alzheimer's with sound waves, 40 hertz. Sound and light, guys. Sound and light. It's a combination of the two. That's pretty cool. Why is Grok showing me notifications? Why do I have notifications on Grok? Is that a thing? I don't know. Oh my gosh, we're right at the 10 o'clock mark, guys. We're going to keep it short. I told you we're going to keep it short, didn't I? We're at an hour and 5. Technically, I started a little bit early. I started the stream for the intro song. We're right at it, though, guys. Right at it. Squeezed it in, didn't I? Did you guys know? Did you know that I could prevent myself from squirreling just for a little bit? Ha! Well, I hope you've been informed. I hope you've been entertained. That's the, I guess we'll call that the Dozer Den speed round. What's the word I'm looking for? Not speed round. I don't know. It was quick. It was fast. Hopefully, at least a little bit enjoyable. Go Bell, don't get in trouble. I know. I need to get out of here. Let's look at who we're going to raid. Thanks for watching this episode. Appreciate the heck out of each and every one of you. Like I said, we are going to be doing a Workout Wednesday tomorrow at some time. I'll let you guys know I'll give you an idea of when we're going to actually do the workout stream. Don't know what we're going to do yet, but I haven't done legs in a long time. Should I do legs? Nah, I don't want to be crippled. Because if I go legs, I'm going to go hard. And I'm going to hurt. But let's look at if we're going to raid here on the Rumble. And we're going to raid somebody on Pill.net as well. We're going to raid on Pilled. We'll do third Railify, Sean and Gina. And then Nick is starting at midnight. Late stuff. It's amazing what we're learning about the brain. It is. The brain is so freaking cool. It's a little computer, a biological computer. We're pretty much robots, guys. We are the cyborgs. I have robot clips to show you guys, but I'm not going to do it tonight because I have to get out of here. Let's see. Who do we want to raid tonight? There are people that are still alive. Oh. Nick at night. Let's see. Who is live? Got Alex Jones clips. No. Hangman report. I don't know who that is. Nightwave radio, maybe. Alex Jones. Holy crap. Thanks for that $2 Rumble rant. Turning the chat a lovely shade of green. You'll love to see it. Thank you so much for that donation. $2. I have a sound, guys. I do have a sound. Turning the chat green means I have to play this sound. If it'll scroll down to it. Guys, don't forget to Hulk smash that like button. Thank you for that $2 donation, Harry Toe. Squirreling, guys. Squirreling away. All right. Let's see. Who do we want to raid? You know what? I'm gonna raid. Well, let's raid into one of my favorite Jews on the internet, Joe Neerman. Good logic. So he's talking about Colbert live. Dummy breaks promises. Hillary on Epstein. Haha. Go say hi to Joe. Join the diggers. The diggers, the killdozers. I mean, both similar. Similar there. But we will play the Dozer Den theme song first. All right. Bam. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let's rock for a moment before I send you over to Good Logic, Joe Neerman. Let us rock.
Land of power!
Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of the Dozer Den. I'll see you on Thursday at 9 p.m. Central and tomorrow for a Workout Wednesday. Time to be determined. Y'all have a good one.